Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So as some of you may know that Enhance offer really high quality and probably one of the best software with the hardware for Tesla accessories in the industry. And today I have something new to share with you. This is the Enhance Sexy Strip. The Sexy Strip is the extra ambient light that you can install on the dashboard of your new Model Y Juniper. The Sexy Strip not only offers extra ambient light, it also has multifunction like blind spot warning or autopilot warning and so many more functions that you can actually use and adjust and reprogram on the app. Unlike the previous strip that I have tested, that one was everything was hard-coded and fixed. You can't even software update or adjust anything on the strip at all. But this one, since it came from Enhance always offer really good quality product and software update to keep improving their products. And the same here, with the Sexy Strip. I have tested a Sexy knob and the Sexy button before, and all of them had more functions than they had before because Enhance keeps sending out this new software update with extra function to enhance, of course, better products for you. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box of the Sexy Strip and then easy step-by-step installation. It shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to install, and then we'll test it out with all the functions and the Sexy app. And it's the same app as I was using it for the knob and the Sexy button. Now it has the extra function for the strip. On the app, you can control a lot of functions on the strip. You can disable and enable a lot of things that you may not like, or you can change the color. And in the future, they'll send out even more functions on the app too. So we'll test it out and see how it works and how it looks in the new Model Y Juniper. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this new Sexy Strip from Enhance. And here what came in the box. So these are really simple components in the box. This is the main LED strip with the connector which you'll be connecting to the control box. So this is separate from the regular commander. So this is its own commander for just the Sexy Strip with the connector that connects to the LED strip, and this end will be connecting to the wire harness that you'll be connecting to the OBD port and the power from the car. So this is for Model Y Juniper with a smaller power connector. But the OBD port connector is pretty much the same as the Model 3 Highland. And the plier tool that will help removing the panels on your car. Alright, so these are what came in the box. Let me show you where to get this awesome new Sexy Strip. You can get this new Sexy Strip from Enhance or Enhance.com. So this is the latest products that they are releasing in October. Right now you can pre-order the strip. Make sure you select the right one for your car. So this is for Model Y Juniper, and if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra 10% off. Right now, let's go and install it in the new Model Y Juniper. Let's start with the installation. First thing first, you have to remove the panels first. So we'll be removing first the rubber gasket or the rubber seal on the door seal. These are really easy to remove. There's no glue underneath it, as you can see. Next, let's remove the panel on the top. Or next to dashboard, just slowly remove it. Now this panel is removed. So that removed this locking clip for the door seal panel. Let's use one of the plastic trim removal tool. It came with one, but I usually have the whole set with me. I got from Amazon.com. I'll put the link on the bottom of the video, and that's it. So this one came loose. Keep the clip, and then now you can pull it out and carefully remove this piece. So again, no screw, just a whole bunch of clips underneath. Just do it slowly and carefully. After that, you should be able to remove this whole panel Right now, that's all the panels are removed. We have all the access to the power and the OBD port over here. But before we unplug anything, highly recommend to turn off the car first. So go to the main menu and then safety all the way down, power off. Now we are safe to unplug the power supply right over here, and then plug in the power supply pass-through plug with the wire harness that came in the package. So just plug it in the same way that we unplug it, and then now you plug in the one from the car back onto the wire harness. Next you can plug the big one, which is for the OBD port for the information from the car, into this open port right over here. So you don't have to unplug anything, just plug the new one in. After you plug in the OBD port, there's the pass-through on the other end, which allow you to connect more than one device onto the same OBD port. Now let's connect the other end of the wire harness to the control box. There you go. As you can see, it's powered the control box right now. So all the wire harness connection is pretty much done. Let me show you if you want to connect the main commander. If you have other devices from Enhance, like what I have here, which is the 60 knob, so you can connect the commander for the 60 knob and more options or more functions that you can use in the car to the same wire harness and power connector. So first, just plug in the OBD plug to that open port for the pass-through from the strip that we connected earlier, and then get the power from the same power connection. So we would have to unplug this one and then put in the one from commander, and then plugged it back in onto the commander wire harness. So now we have two devices connected to the same power source, and then two devices connected to the same OBD port. As you can see here, the car is powering the commander and the control box for the 60 strip. Now we are done with this part. Now we just have to remove the dashboard cover. You don't have to actually remove the whole thing. I want to remove the whole thing so I can show you better on the inside how I install the strip. So I had a replacement, actually carbon fiber, which should work the same because we have to actually install the lights underneath it. So just use the tool, do not just use your hand to pull it up. So just push it in and then twist on both sides, top and bottom, like so. You could actually just open this one right here, not to open the whole thing, and then just, you know, just install the LED strip. But I want to show you the whole process, so I'm gonna just remove the whole thing out. Alright, as you can see, the dashboard underneath are just clips, no screws at all. Now the dashboard is removed. Make sure you clean the surface right over here. So we'll be installing the strip on top of this part right just below the top air vent. Don't worry about if it's gonna block the air vent or not, because the strip is really thin, as you can see here. So make sure you clean the surface first. After that, just remove the adhesive cover on the tape. For some reason my double-sided tape came on the other side, which is on the top right here. So if it was on the top, I had to stick on the top of the dashboard, and I shouldn't be like that. Or if I stick on here, then this end gonna be on the other side, which won't work because the connecting cable is on this side, right over here. So it has to be underneath. So it was on the top before, so I just remove that and then reinstall the new one just below it. So when you do install, you can install either from the other end or this end, but you have to leave the space just a little bit, this much right here, and then start installing from right over here. So if you have the Model Y Juniper or the Highland, you don't have to cut the strip at all. But if you have the older Model Y or Model 3, then you would have to cut the strip until this mark right here. They kind of mark it white with the white permanent marker. Then just cut it right here, otherwise it's gonna be too long for the car. Alright, now let's put this on. As you can see, I installed just right inside the edge on this side, about ½ an inch I would say, and then just make sure it's all the way out so we can see the LED lights. As you can see, on this side we'll have about the same space, about ½ an inch space, and make sure the lights all the way out to the edge of this panel right here. Now we just have to kind of fish through this cable down to from this end down right to this part of the side panel, so we can connect this to the control box. So I basically didn't even use the fishing wiring at all. I just put it in through this one and then used the hand to kind of find it and then pull it down. After that, just use masking tape or electrical tape. You can help manage the wiring a little bit. Make sure the wiring does not block all these clips holder, so when you put on the dashboard it doesn't block the way in or the way that the dashboard lock in place. Alright, now we have to connect this end to the control box. And there you go. Alright, so now everything's all connected and the light strip is working. Now we just have to put all the coverings here, all the panels back on, and the dashboard cover. Alright, the installation is pretty much done. I would say it would take less than 20 minutes to install. Looks pretty good. Now let me show you what it looks like in the new Model Y Juniper. It looks really good, especially the brightness compared to the previous version or different light strip that I installed before. As you can see, it matches the brightness from the one in the car, exactly same brightness. I have tried with the previous one to change the brightness to match. It doesn't match at all, but this one is huge different. And a lot of people were complaining that the brightness is so different that it kind of bothered them. So this is a huge improvement compared to the previous one that I just installed. Right now, let's connect the strip to the S3XY app. So you would have to install the S3XY app on your phone and then create a profile for your car. So now you will have this page right here. So I have a commander connected to the app and to the S3XY now, but I didn't connect the strip yet. So you will have this one pop up, as you can see. So just select the strip and then connect a strip. Now just search and we'll connect the strip. Alright, now the strip is connected to the S3XY app. Before we go through the app, I want to mention something. So the strip actually meant to stick on underneath the dashboard cover here, but because I changed the cover to the carbon fiber, it has less space on the edge of the cover to stick on, so that's why I changed and then stick on underneath. And I kind of like it this way. It looks better, I think, in my opinion, but it's up to you how you want to install it. I just changed the adhesive to be on the bottom so I can install it this way. Alright, let's go through the app real quick. So at the moment it's not fully 100% because it doesn't connect or sync to Tesla colors. As you can see here, I can't even do anything on this option, but everything else works just fine. So you can change all the colors option from the color palettes that you can choose on here, and you can just reset the color how or whatever color you like. So you want to change that color, you can change from the color wheel on the inside sub menu again. You can change to whichever color you like, and it responds really fast. You can see in real time. Let's go back to that green color to match the car, and you can also change the color pattern here to different movements. You can change to rainbow. As you can see, change to different color rainbow, and this is a cyberpunk, so it changed from like purple to blue really slowly, so it doesn't bother you as much as the rainbow one if you didn't like it. And those are all the color palettes that can change and then reset or preset the color palettes that you like. And let me change back to that green. Alright, so now it's matching. So at the moment it doesn't match the car, but you can of course adjust it manually to match the car. But when it releases, hopefully when it releases in October, they will have everything finalized. But they have sent a few updates so far to fix a lot of bugs, so that's why I held on a little bit. I got it for a while now, the light strip, but I waited for them to send out the software update to actually fix a few bugs before I actually do a review and then share it with you guys. So let's go to the light effects. So the light effects are all the extra functions on the light strip, not just change the ambient light. Let's see what it has. So it has blind spot assist, turn signal, autopilot, acceleration mode, greeting animation, color by gear. So let's go through a blind spot first. So this is more likely that you're gonna use a lot. So when the blinker is on, so when you turn on the signal left or right, and this car next to you, it will change to red color, or you can change to any color you like on the color wheel. But I like red, so it's warning you better. Not blue, red. There you go. So let's change that to red, and then this is a blind spot when the blinker is off. So this, if you don't turn on the signal at all, the car next to you, it will change to whatever color you like. So this case I changed to yellow, and you can change the light effects too. So to fade, blink, running, loading, pause, and solid color. I think that's all. I will change the blinker turn signal for you to see what it looks like, and you can change the brightness offset. So all of this, you can change all these effects. You can change to each function's submenu here, and you can change the segment from half to edge. So half is basically this whole half will blink or change the effect. But if it's edge, I think, does it do edge right now? I just got the latest software update. I'll test it when we turn the signal. But you can do half an edge. At the moment, when I tested it before, it does only half. But when it changed to edge, it will be this section only, not the whole half of the light strip. Let's test it out. Again, the turn signal, same thing, same changes, same effects that you can change, and then half or edge. So let's test the effect with the turn signal while we park the car. So this is pause. You can see pause, and this is solid color, so just stay solid. So this is loading, this is running, this is fade, and this is blink. So now we saw all the light effects and what it does. I like probably pause the most, less annoying and less bothering. So they're still working on the edge segment part. Now still only works with the half. But yeah, they already told me that they will fix all of that before they release the product in October. And next one is autopilot. So autopilot nag, autopilot active, and you can change again all the effects and brightness offsets, and acceleration mode, chill, sport, standard, insane. you can change all the color or effects you want. Greeting animation when you get in the car, you can change that too. And then charging animation and speed limit. For the speed limit, a little bit more on the setting right here. So you can change the speed limit, brightness offsets, speed limit. The most important is probably the speed offset. So you can change from 5, how many miles you want. That's over the certain speed limit. So 5 to 10, probably change to 5 for testing, and then change back to 10 when normal. I wouldn't want 5 because I think that is way too low, but for testing purpose, I can show you easier. And Sentry mode, so you can set to active or non-active. Of course, when you park the car and someone try to get in, or it shows alert, it will show on the strip in red color. And of course, you can set the brightness to the highest or the lowest or even higher, so you can see easier from the outside of the car. So these are all of the effects setting. Now let's go back, and you can also manually turn off the power. So you can just turn it off. You don't want it, you just turn it on again. And the brightness auto, so auto brightness will just sync to the brightness of the car. As you can see, it looks really good. I love how well matched the brightness of the light strip is to the car, because the previous one has issue with the brightness that it doesn't match the brightness of the ambient light in the car. But this one, it's really good, and you can of course customize the brightness to higher or lower, however you like it. I usually just set to auto, and then the auto brightness offset, you can change that too. So you want to do a little lower, you can do that too. As I mentioned before, all of these available functions on the app will be fully fixed and available when they launch the product in October. Alright, now we saw everything, how it works with the app and all the functions. Now I can actually connect 3 different devices. So the strip, 60 knob, and the display on the same OBD port, and the power supply on the right side or the passenger side. Right, let's go test it out. All right, let's go test it out. Hopefully you can see it in the camera because it's still pretty bright outside, but we're just gonna test out the function here. Here is the turning lights or turning signal. See, I choose that probably the least annoying. So this is on the right hand side. See, it's pause instead of blinking or just keep running on the left to right or right to left. I think it's much better because some people don't like it too obvious. And with my car and the display in the front, I kind of like the whole half turn signal, so I can easily see it. Now it's a speed limit here on the speed limit with the red light, as you can see. So it's not like in your face that you are over the speed limit. Again, I set it to 5 miles an hour on the speed limit, and you can disable it if you don't like it, or you can adjust up to, I would actually do it like almost 10 miles, maybe 8 miles an hour over the speed limit to let it warn me. I think 5 miles too low, but I just want to test it out so I can just easily reach to 5 miles an hour and show you guys. So even on the speed limit, I'll show you later if I can go a little faster. Even on the speed, when it blinks red or turn red on the speed limit, you still can actually use the turn signal, or it still shows the blind spot warning. So you don't have to worry about that at all. You will see the blind spot on the right hand side here. So it's paused again in yellow color. Okay, again, the turn signal. I like it the whole half with the display, as I mentioned before, so I can see easier. Right now, let me show you a blind spot warning on the left. As you can see, there's car on the left here. So we'll get into a blind spot here with that whole half. I can see easier, and if I turn the signal, it becomes active and change to red color. Okay, so you'll see the blind spot on the right hand side here. Now both sides blind spot actually. So if I turn the signal on here, and then I'll change to red. I like it how you can actually customize all the functions and the pattern for the light. So you don't have to stuck with one pattern. What if you don't like the pattern? What if the pattern bother you too much when you drive the car? I think this is a good example of not too much bothering me. Or you can just leave it solid if you want, not like pausing at all. Now let me show you the autopilot function, or in this case FSD. As you can see, it changed the color to blue to indicate that FSD or autopilot is activated. And again, even while you on the FSD turn to blue, but everything else still works. The blind spot still works. The turn signal active blind spot still works too. So it's paused on the autopilot nag, and hopefully by the time they release, we'll get more functions and adjustment on the light strip too. And here's the charging animation when you plug in the charger. And this is what it looks like at night. Looks really, really cool. As you can see, the brightness is a little bit brighter than the OEM or the one with the car, because the one in the car has a plastic diffuser to make it a little bit smoother, and this one is straight LED strip, and you get the full LED lights out of it. So that it doesn't matter how like close you want to get, unless you will have to adjust this one lower than the car. Still a little bit brighter than the car though, but looks really, really cool. As you can see in the video, the sexy strip worked really, really well with the car and offers more than just the extra ambient lights in the car. It also has multi-functions like blind spot warning and autopilot warning, as you saw in the video, and you can do so many readjustment and reprogramming in the app. This is probably one of the best app control and also software development with Tesla accessories in the industry. Enhance offer frequent software update, frequent fix the bugs, as you can see in the video, because when I first received the strip, it was not ready. There are a few bugs in it, so I was waiting for it to for them to offer more software update to fix the bugs, and they did, and they will send out even more software update and bugs fix and add the features on the strip. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this new sexy strip from Enhance, and I'll make sure to put the link in the description down below, and make sure to check out Enhance, and you can now pre-order the sexy strip. I'm sure they will have perfect and more functions by the time they release the product in October. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't